Hey guys, Billy here with a Mythic Denathrius Fire Mage voiceover. Now this fight may vary guild by guild because combustions are usually assigned in different spots per guild, so where I'm combusting has a chance to be different than yours, so keep that in mind. So for this fight, I'm using these talents. The only real difference is Living Bomb, because you can kind of do a lot of first phase damage with the adds, and Flame Patch is a bit too small to hit all of those adds. And conflagration, the value of conflagration in single target for like execute progression kill is pretty laughable. So it's not like a necessary talent. For my gear and my stats, I am using Disciplinary Command, of course, and a Soul Igniter. My stats are shown here, and I'm trying to sacrifice a lot of my haste for crit and mastery. Because usually in Mythic Plus, I have a lot of higher haste, but here I don't necessarily need that haste. So that's why you see me gemming for mastery and stuff. So for a Soulbind, I'm using Karain primarily because I believe it increases my overall damage. If you're going purely for last phase damage, you can optimize a bit and run Naya, but I'd say that's only for progression. All of my conduits and soulbinds are in the top left for you to check out, and my casted timelines is always up here in the top above my buffs. Alright, so to get started here, first things first, you're going to Mirror's Image and Frost Nova before the pull starts, as you can see up here. And then I usually Potion, Trinket, Fireball, Combust. I just open with a Fireball and instantly Combust, just to put the Combust on cooldown. And then right when the ads are about to come out, the Cleansing Pain, I'm going to Living Bomb and try to time it so that it hits the ads, and then I'll Shifting Power as well. So Living Bomb, Shifting Power, I'm going to hit the ads down, and then I'll continue single targeting. When I get the line, I try to cross it through the group so that it's, through everyone. And after that, just make sure you're single targeting pretty hard because it's like somewhat important that you farm Combust back on this first one. So right here, another set of ads come out, so I'm going to use my Rune of Power. And once again, I'm going to try to line up my Living Bomb so that my Living Bomb is going to hit all the ads. I'll throw in a couple Arcane Explosions, but not too many because I still want to be farming my Combust back in single target. But it's up for the next set of the ads. I actually stood in 2 lines right there and cauterized, so be careful of that. So like right here is where I want to farm my Combust back for the next set of ads. As you can see, it's on a 10-second cooldown. So I'm like desperately fireballing the boss. I'm gonna try to do a little ad Combust here. Obviously, if you're progressing, I wouldn't do this, but I Living Bomb and try to Flame Strike. Throw on my Fire Blast, and then I'm out of Fire Blast, so I Shifting Power and single target. Because I use all my Fire Blasts just to spam AoE, so it's not bad to do that. And then I think because this is a farm kill for us, we have to stop damage a lot. So in this phase, I don't get another combustion just because we're stopping damage. So right here, once again, the ads come out. I try to time a Rune of Power, Living Bomb. The boss damage is too low, or like we're way ahead on boss damage. So I just pretty much am full flame striking when I see the ads come out, just because we are ahead on damage. If it's progression, it might be different. But yeah, this phase gets a bit boring right here because kind of just waiting, because we at some point he's gonna tell us to stop damage, and you'll see me doing nothing. So obviously, if you need to keep doing damage, I wouldn't. Once again, I'll try to time a Living Bomb, and I'm just spamming a AoE on them because you don't really need boss damage at this point. I think right here I stop damage actually. Yeah, so I'm pretty much casting Scorch, canceling it over and over, stopping damage. Because if you push him too early, some people won't cleanse all of their stacks. So, pretty much I'm targeting the ads. Like I'm actually targeting the ads. I use a Shifting Power just for the AoE. It's it's got a lot of value here when it's hitting a lot of targets. So still stopping damage until he casts a spell, then we can go. Before the phase goes, you want to try to Soul Shape so that you can get the movement speed. Right here, see I Soul Shape. I have the movement speed. If you get a roar, a stampeding roar, it doesn't really matter if you Soul Shape or not, but sometimes, if the roar is missed, having that Soul Shape as a backup is always good. When you get right here, you can try to throw in a couple Fireball spells. Get a couple, you can squeeze in some damage in that phase when you get to the middle, so keep that in mind. When I get down here, my job is to single target combust this ad over here. I don't know what the ad's called, I forget the names. It's a Lady Sincere, so I, Frost Nova, start combusting. This is what I'm assigned to combust. I just noticed that I'm using Sinful Revelation. I think that I could have actually acquired more overall damage if I was using Celestial Guidance, the other one. At this point, I'm just like pure single targeting down the ad. It kind of took a long time to die, but it's fine. Yeah, and then just pure single targeting, and the ad's gonna grip us. I proc my Disciplinary Command on cooldown right there. That's pretty useful. Go through the portal. I wait for Impale. What I'll do here, so when this ad, to get across the ad, you have to touch him with anything. What I do here is I put that ad on focus, and I counterspell him. And counterspelling will count as the action to take you over. Because if you Fire Blast him, it'll take you over. If you Scorch him, it'll take you over. Counterspell works too. So pretty much I put him on my focus, and then I counterspell. I focus kick, actually. So I spam focus kick right there, you see. And it drags me over without me losing a global or anything. I just, like, you know, do it in between fireballs. And then just pretty much spamming single target on this guy. My combust is going to be up soon, but I'm going to hold it for when we go through the portal again. You know, hold my DC as well. Dodging the red lines, doing damage to the ad. My group likes to wait for the circles and then move to the right so that no one gets knocked over. So circles come, move to the right, get gripped over. This was actually a misplay. I think I should have waited for the Impale, but I just started combusting. But regardless what you can do, I think I got Impale here. I don't remember. Yeah, I did. So I alter time and go, you know, to my spot to drop the Impale, and then I alter back. The whole time I'm actually targeting Remornia to get the Karain buff. So that Remornia buff that's above 75%, I'm doing 10% increased damage. So if Remornia is present, you can hit the sword because it shares health with the boss. But, you know, the sword goes away sometimes, so I'm back to hitting the boss. You can't always do that, right? Only sometimes. Disciplinary Command comes up, and I proc it instantly off cooldown. You know, at this point, I'm single targeting. Because I got that Impale, this is something I've noticed, is that you can never get 2 Impales in a row. So I got that last Impale, so I can confidently stand over here. So I've never seen myself get 2 Impales in a row. I don't think it's possible. But at this point, I'm targeting the boss. And then the boss moves away, and then our raid leader calls for the range to kill this ad, so I'm targeting this ad. That's why. Boss moves, we killed the rage, finish off the ads. Here we go. I think I proc my combust here. Yeah, I pretty much combust right here on cooldown. Here's single target to the boss. Gonna cleave a little bit on the Cabalist, just a little bit though. I'm not sure if that soul glider missed, but we'll see, right? I don't think it did. But yeah, single target combust. He's gonna grip you in, then take him to the other side. As soon as you get over here, you're gonna go into the right and hug the edge, and hit the far Cabalist. We're actually ahead on boss damage, I think. So our raid leader calls for us to hit the Cabalist, so that's why I'm not targeting the boss. I proc my DC on cooldown right there. This is the 30-second mark away. Wait for the circles to come out. Wait for 2 sets of circles to come out, and then take the gateway. If you gateway before the circles could spawn over here and knock someone off. I've done it before. It can kind of grief your group, so make sure the circles drop, then take the gateway. At this point, just, yeah, down the thing, dodging red lines. Dodging red lines is the priority, so using Scorch is very useful here. And then we get gripped over, and it's time for last phase. My combust is up instantly on pull, so pretty much I'm going to, right as the boss phases, I'm going to use this combust. Frost Nova, whatever. Use the combust. I think I held my potion, actually. I should have potioned this, probably, but I held my potion, but I'm pretty sure I potioned a different combust later, but as long as you're getting a combust off with potion, it's good. Usually, this Rune of Power is actually a mistake. I realized that Rune of Power was a mistake after I did it. I actually remember this, because he does a blood price, so you're going to waste uptime. So ideally, I would have runed after this, but it's okay. Not that big of a deal. We're a fire mage, so you know most of our damage is combust anyways. So in this phase, you know, just pretty much fireballing. Nothing special. We're kind of just waiting for the boss to hit 30% so that we can get the Scorch value. That's the insane thing about this fight for fire, is the Scorch value. Pretty much as range, if you get these 2 circles, you want to bring them to the right every time. So every time, the way we do it is you range, get 2 circles, bring it to the right, melee, get 1 circle, Then we go to the melee circle, the range, or the melee soaks our circle, etc. So the boss is at that 30%, so he's getting that scorch value. So I throw my combust on cooldown right as it comes up. And as soon as the boss is gonna move, I'm gonna try to finish off my combust, of course, in Rune of Power. Then I'll go. I think I might have missed one pyro there in the end, but I'll just play it safe in a way. So blood price is right here. As you can see on the thing, blood price is right here. So I'm gonna make sure I press a personal here. If it's a barrier or if it's mirror's image. So I press mirror's image as my personal. So that I'm taking 20% reduced damage. Let's see. I see 20% reduced damage. Not bad. Like I said, I get those circles. I go to the right, close to the melee, but to the right. Drop them. Go to the left. And the whole time I'm scorching, right? Over here, I'm gonna plant my Rune of Power, and I'm going to shifting power after the knockback. I see a knockback comes. Come back, shifting power. You can use alter time for the knockbacks. It's a pretty good idea. Just be careful because sometimes a melee can get knocked to you. A melee can get knocked to you, and you could blow each other up. Because if you guys are in different realms right now, the melee and range are in different realms. So if they collide, they explode, right? So right here, we wait for the circle, the lines to come. Then we all gateway as a group. So I'm putting the gateway on my focus, so you can see my cursors right here. So that when the circles come, I'm ready to gateway. And my combust is up, but I'm just waiting. All the movement's done. I think both of our tanks died right there, so that was unfortunate. But I was waiting for all the circles to be gone so that I can safely combust and get my cooldowns off. I'm gonna wait for my combust to be done, and then I'll move over to the range group because right now I'm not stacked with anyone. I'm not stacked with the range group, so I'm gonna move over right as I finish that. As I said, there's a knockback. I alter time so that you can alter the knockback. Be careful of the melee. See this melee almost get knocked into me. So if that happens, you will kill each other, which is not what you want, right? So there's a blood price, so I press barrier. You want to try to barrier or mirror's image the blood prices. Very efficient things, right? Or very efficient cooldown suppress for yourself. So the boss is pretty much dead right here. Usually you get another combustor here if it's progression. So just drop the. This is where we drop the circles and kind of just YOLO it. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, the boss just dies. So usually you get another combustor there at the end, but the boss just dies. So yeah, that was Sire Denathrius. Hopefully this has helped you. This fight is actually one of my favorite on progression. It just sucks that when I progress this fight, I didn't do the phase 1 pad where I living bomb because I was playing for boss damage. So if you're doing that on progression, it might be good to just play for boss damage in phase 1 and just pure single target the whole time. You don't have to AoE the ads down that much because they die from their own. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this has helped, and I'll see you guys next time.